δεχτεί οποιαδήποτε ερώτηση από εσάς.
Ρωτήσω πρώτα. Πώς, αν το άρεσε στην πόλη μας όλες αυτές τις μέρες, τι δραστηριότητες είχε εδώ, γενικότερα τι περιλαμβάνει.
Before I came here, I wasn't exactly sure where I was going, but it was a pleasant surprise to when I arrived here. It is what I would expect when I go on a vacation. Nice weather, nice people, everything nice. But I came here for taekwondo activity, so those things are bonus for me.
Τι εντυπώσεις γενικότερα από το επίπεδο του taekwondo εδώ στην Πρέβεζα και γενικότερα?
What do you think of the level of taekwondo from the athletes in Preveza and the other athletes from around?
Taekwondo was started and concentrated mostly in Thessaloniki area, as the first practitioners came from that area, and the first association of Greece, ITF, was based in that city. And naturally, the taekwondo activity was more active there than in other surrounding or rural areas. And we did not have much contact until recently of Preveza or other areas outside of Thessaloniki. What I'm trying to say was that your governing body of taekwondo was situated there, and naturally people who led that national governing body were from that area, so taekwondo activity was concentrated there. Therefore, I don't think there was much chance to popularize different cities where the national governing body had very little interest then, because it was more centralized association. But recently, in this decade, ITF adopted a decentralized system where every province or organizations became more autonomous. So in this area, I have to tell you, Master Soldatis was the first contact of Preveza, but since it enjoys its autonomy, we had more free relationships, and their request can be done directly bypassing the so-called central office. So because of the distance and the lack of communication with Preveza, I have to tell you, the level is different than Thessaloniki. However, that's a matter of time that we can change, because we will coordinate efforts with Preveza, namely Master Soldatis, to ensure that the quality is brought up to the rest of the world and to a high standard. Right now, I cannot say it's the best in the world or in Europe, but it is only a matter of time. It is up to the organization here and up to your taekwondo leader here. But we are fully prepared to visit and to coordinate taekwondo activities, and it will be, soon you will see the result of high standard, I believe.
Συνδέεται η παρουσία σας εδώ και με κάποια ίσως μελλοντική φιλοξενία διοργάνωσης εδώ στην Πρέβεζα, στην ευρύτερη περιοχή?
Is your visit now connected to another in the future with another organization?
This was my first visit.
Αυτή είναι η πρώτη μου επίσκεψη.
I have seen what's needed here,
Έχω δει τι χρειάζεται εδώ
and we are going to coordinate
και θα συντονιστούμε
to have more active relationship and technically and organizationally. And naturally, we did come up with a theme for the next activities in this area. To name one is that in the near future, perhaps 1 or 2 years after, we would like to have a larger scale seminar and training opened for other nearby countries. I guess one can say a Balkan seminar somewhere in this area. That I cannot say whether it will be Thessaloniki or here. That is up to your people and your leaders to coordinate and see which has the best infrastructure for people to come and also be affordable for other neighboring countries to come. I think I have heard some wonderful suggestions, and I leave with good feeling and high hope that we will have a major taekwondo activity here in the next 2 years.
Το taekwondo διαχωρίζεται σε παραδοσιακό και αθλητικό.
Do we have traditional sports taekwondo? Is there separate thing?
Many people
Πολλοί άνθρωποι
believe and are led to believe that taekwondo is many thousands of years old.
Να πιστεύουν ότι είναι μια τέχνη που είναι εκατοντάδων ετών.
However, taekwondo has a very short history.
Πολύ μικρή ιστορία.
It was born in 1955. What I mean by that is my father named this art taekwondo and announced officially on April 11th, 1955 from Korea. That is, and that must only be, that is the only taekwondo. We did have other arts that, like any other countries, had some systematic fighting and defending, but they were very limited in its variety of techniques, nor in its theory. Many arts prior to taekwondo, whether it's Chinese, Japanese, or Korean, were designed after observing nature and animals, such as monkeys, insects, and amphibians. Therefore, we hear many names such as monkey, or snake, or praying mantis dance, as you have probably heard in the Kung Fu movies. Yeah. And they are fine. And the one common denominator for all arts is that technical is secondary. The first is the spiritual strengthening of the moral to make practitioner become a better person, to try to make the world a more peaceful society to live in, to become good children and better parents and a good citizen. The differences in technique is not that important. However, what we see are the technical differences because we cannot see the mind of people. And my father, having learned some ancient arts from his calligraphy teacher, and he admits to a limited extent, and while he was studying in Japan during the Japanese occupation, he did study also the Japanese art called karate. He loved it. However, he found that it could be improved. So my father meant to make a more modernized karate, is my assumption. However, it evolved from technique to different theory, that after 50 years, it has evolved to become a completely new set of art that looks very different different variety of techniques
έχει μεγάλη και διαφορετική
with its
ποικιλία
own
τεχνικών
unique
από
set
μόνη
of
της, με δικές της μοναδικές
theories.
θεωρίες.
What my father did was,
Αυτό που ο πατέρας μου έκανε ήταν,
unlike the arts that were formed by studying nature and animals, he studied human anatomy and physics.
τα ζώα και τους ανθρώπους, μελετούσε τα ζώα και τη φύση, μελετούσε τους ανθρώπους και τη φυσική.
Applied physics to human
Οπότε εφάρμοσε τη
ability.
φυσική στις ικανότητες των ανθρώπων.
Because human beings are not built like snakes,
Επειδή οι άνθρωποι δεν είναι φτιαγμένοι όπως τα
nor praying
φίδια.
mantis, nor praying mantis. Praying mantis is an animal like a grasshopper with a long leg. So it is, I think, very romantic and it's wonderful. I think it is a very wonderful art, but the movements are different because it's based on human physiology.
Yeah.
So when we talk about Taekwondo,
Όταν μιλάμε για το Taekwondo,
there is no such word as Taekwondo prior to 1955. Whether in Korea or China or Japan, whether in South or North Korea, it did not exist. However, the reason why some people claim that it was born 1500 years ago or many thousand years ago is because some people use the name Taekwondo, but it's a different style. To qualify different styles of movement as Taekwondo, I think it is beneficial for those people to declarify the origin by saying it existed many years ago, and not there are other styles of Taekwondo other than the Taekwondo. When we do research with the researchers, there is not one trace of the, not only the many movements, there's not even a word Taekwondo that existed, neither in book form, nor in a fossil form, nor on a tree or a rock. If it existed, we would find some trace and proof that Taekwondo existed prior to 1955. However, there isn't, and some people who claim there was, claim that because it is so old, we cannot find any evidence. I don't think that is very logical because we find fossils and bones of millions of years of dinosaurs, and something that existed 1,300 years ago to have absolutely no trace is, I think, just an argument and a very subjective theory. There was no Taekwondo prior to 1955. That is history. That is a fact. Thank you very much.
Ευχαριστώ πολύ.